Hey guys, my name is Zeniac and welcome back to another City Skylines experimental video, and today I have just purchased the Natural Disaster DLC. It's the only one that I didn't own, and that's solely down to the reason because I don't really want to build a city where I gotta destroy it. But with that DLC, it does become a load of like new unique buildings and all that other cool stuff. But what I'm kind of most interested in with the Natural Disaster DLC is services buildings. You can have services buildings that are solely helicopters. And what I want to do, because you can have a police station that's just helicopters, fire station that's police helicopters, a hospital that's just helicopters, if that makes sense. I want to see if we can build a small little town / city, and if it can be solely supported by helicopter services. That means there's no police cars, there's no fire trucks, there's no ambulances. Helicopters have to go here, there, and everywhere to serve the city. And we're going to find that out today in this experiment. So if you guys do enjoy this and want to see more experiments in the future, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new in here too, guys, please make sure you do subscribe. Now, I've built a really basic layout. It's simple, basic, nothing too crazy, just is pretty much going to do what we need it to do. And I want to build this up now. I'm not gonna kind of make it pretty, beautiful, all that kind of thingy-mabobby-me-booty, because basically I want it to be, what's going on here? I want it to be functional. There we go. To a certain extent, I want to make sure that we have lots of industry. I want to make it like a fire hazard, a crime hazard, if that's the right word. Because I want to really put this to the test. I don't want to kind of half do this. I want to go all out, boys. I want to go full beans, full tilt. And we'll see how far we can pretty much take this. So, just going to do some generic stuff where, you know, it could cause traffic problems. But we don't mind about that because the experiment that we're trying to do right now is solely revolving around helicopters, which should be pretty fun. So, if we just kind of go up to this point at the moment, just go to there real quick. La-di-da-di-da, and then we'll start to zone stuff then. So, we'll start with on the, okay, we'll go low density. We'll go on the outer kind of edges here. We'll go all commercial, do it on this side too. I'll go high density residential because that is how we're going to get the most amount of people and the most amount of problems rocking and rolling in this little town right now. And we'll quickly throw in everything that we need for water. Now, I know that it brings new pumping stuff as well. I don't know whether we're going to use it. I don't know, but that could be an experiment for another day. But let me drop down a load of these water stuff. I'm probably going to spend way too much money, but that's okay. And let me just sort real quickly right now out the water pipes. Just do a very rough spiral going around. Bam, bam, bam. And we'll just dump a load of sewage in the water as well. So I dropped 3 of those down. There we go. So then we're going to need the power. I'll just drop a nice little wind turbine there. Drop a nice little wind turbine there. And we'll quickly build like an industrial area just over here. Or should I build it up here? Or on this side? Decisions. Now, we'll just go up to here. So if I bring that to there. Push that straight across. There we go. Just so I can start to build my little industrial area. And then this is where I'm going to be able now to place down my little power plant. So we'll go with a nice little coal plant and we'll squeeze it in there. And I think we might all be up and running. Again, to a certain extent, there's nothing else for to add in there apart from the obvious garbage disposal. So let me just sort that out real quick. And we'll go for our modded one. There we go, because that will also eventually provide power for us. So city's going to build up right now. Simple, natural. There's nothing too jazzy about this. We'll let it keep growing, and while it's continuing to grow right now, I'm going to add in more of the roads going across here, so we continue the building up. There we go. Across there. So it's going to be a little bit different on either side. But we'll maximize as much as possible, boys. We're going to maximize as much as possible. Trying to get it to go there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So, it's going to continue. We'll get more residential in on this little section just there. Might as well fill it up here as well. We do some, well, actually I won't do some just there. We'll do some up there. Do it now around all the little outskirts. Again, try and bulk as many people in as possible. And then that little border section there, we'll just drop down some offices to kind of bulk it all up. And I'll do some more industrial over here as we continue. But let's just watch this grow. We'll drop down some high density commercial there. I know they're going to need the education, so we'll just throw it all up. So pretty much, right, what I'm building is the foundations, the basis of what would be a normal city. There's nothing different I'm doing right now, apart from obviously making it look pretty, but there's nothing I'm doing differently now to what I would normally do when it comes to building a city. But straight away, at this point, is when the services are then required. So, first things first, they want policing. Now, if I go to the policing, this is on the natural disasters. I was just kind of checking it out. Some pretty cool stuff. Loads of experiments can come from this. But if you go along to here, we have the fire helicopter depot, which a fire helicopter depot houses firefighting helicopters. That helicopters can reach fires with no road access. To avoid traffic jams, helicopters are the only way to extinguish forest fires, but they need fire watch towers to get notified. Ooh, now I do have that stuff turned off, the natural disasters, because this experiment is solely if it can support a city. So how much is that, by the way? That is 55,000. Right, we've got the money. So what we'll do is bring the road up out here and back in, bring it down to here and back in, and then up to here and back in, boys, and back in. So let's start with the policing then. No, the fire or the policing. Let's start with the policing. So the policing has its own one as well, the police helicopter depot. Is that one 55,000? No, it's 60,000 that one is. So that one's really expensive too. Drop that there. Pause for a hot minute so we can get the zoning going across. And I've just noticed straight away the dropping or sending a helicopter out. So it does a work shift and it looks like then it comes back. So all three of them are now out and about. They're flying around, as you can see. Where did that one go? There's one just there. They look like bumblebees when they're flying around lavender or other flowers. I don't know why I said lavender. But you know when bumblebees are like hovering around like a little flower patch and they keep going from like flower to flower to get the nectar? That's what these helicopters look like they're doing. Right, we got death care needed sorting out right now. Now, I don't think there is anything to do with death care in terms of the helicopter situation. I know we have this medical one. Now, that's not to say it's going to serve any of the death care. So, I still think we kind of need hearses on that front. I think we still kind of do. Which is okay. It's not a problem. We'll get a couple of better crematoriums down. So, I'll drop one here. Drop one there. And one there. So, the helicopters will do what they need to do. And for the most part, they're doing a pretty good job. They're just hovering around, doing what they need to do, seeing people here left, right, and center. So, as it stands right now, I'm quite impressed with this. I'm quite impressed. Because then it can free up, you know, the roads by not having service vehicles in. Which, having less vehicles on the roads is always a benefit. Always a freaking benefit. But we'll see how it goes when the city kind of continues to build up and see what kind of stress comes from it within. So it's just the fire depot we need next then. And there we go, the fire brigade via helicopters right now. And they'll do what they need to do. But we got issues over here then. So citizens are sick. Ooh, okay, that's going to be interesting. So it has 3 helicopters. Take them to hospitals at the end of the shift helicopters return. So sends out helicopters to pick up patients and take them to a hospital. Now, technically, we don't have any hospitals, do we? So healthcare, we have no heal capacity. So I have no idea what those helicopters are pretty much doing right now. So wait for a helicopter to spawn. There we go. If I follow it, it flies to over here, drops down, Giving first aid and then returning to depot. So it does provide some sort of medical care, but it's not a hospital. Okay, I don't want to... I've never noticed that button before, so I'm kind of getting excited with all this natural disaster stuff. But, like I said, yeah, there is no healthcare. So, do I provide, I don't know, like a medical clinic or an actual hospital? But then again, I don't want the vehicles driving around. So, what if I attached it differently to the highway? It's actually a tough one to kind of comprehend, isn't it? It really, really is. And I don't want to integrate vehicles on it. So what if I do this? Now this is I'm really now, like, you know, stretching to try and solve this problem. But if I do that and then back down, but then we upgrade that little section there to a normal style road, and then drop a hospital here. Now, granted, nothing can be done about it in a sense of vehicles driving to it. It doesn't work like that. But what will happen, it may allow then for the helicopters to take the patients to the hospital, which it is right now. Oh, they land on the roof. That's cool. That's real cool right now. Now, they can drive to the hospital, right? But ambulances can't come from it to go to here. So there's that difference. There is that difference. So we now have some form of heal capacity, which is really interesting. So we just have these. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the police in front of them. Now we don't have any jail capacity. Now it's not to say we can we have a jail? I mean, what does the police helicopters do? Patrolling helps lower the crime rate, and then they shift their return to the depot. All they do is just patrol the city. That is literally their only job, is to patrol the city. I was wondering if we had like a jail. Where's the jail? I always get confused with what the jail looks like. It's right here in the prison, yeah. I don't think it has like a helicopter pad on top. No. The fire, they just kind of... but help out the fire brigade when needed. So, they... Okay, what did they do? They actually do something a little bit different. For judge jams, helicopters are the way to fight. Extinguish forest fires, but they need a fire watchtower to get notified. Cut, yeah. Fire helicopters don't have a range, but help out the fire brigade when needed. So when it says it doesn't have a range, does that mean it can go all over the city because it has no range? It can go here, there, and everywhere? Or is it very limited because... Then again, if it had no range... Well, if it had a range, it would say it has a range. So I think it can pretty much go anywhere, can't it? Oh, the factories are on fire over here right now. So where is the guy? Here they go, here they go. Dropping the water right now. It's kind of enough, but at the same time, it's kind of not enough. It's a weird one, isn't it? It really is. Right, let's drop down some more residential. So get some residential on the back of this here. Bringing it all down here. Has it all got water? Yeah. Just now really pushing to kind of get the population up a little bit more. So I can put extra stress on this little city. Right, it's slightly off a little bit, but that's okay. There we go. Boom. 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 So, more residential. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. And we're pushing them to 10,000 residents as well. So I think the only thing that's really affecting us is the healthcare. Granted, I did place these guys right next to the industrial, so they're going to be sick. Yeah, they're sick as well. So it could also be that I just need to up the capacity of helicopters. But then again, it does start to become a little bit expensive. So if I bring that to there then. So if I added in additional helicopters on this front. Medical depot just there. So another one placed down. So now we've literally doubled our capacity in helicopters, which is now rooting and tooting through the city. And citizens are sick right now. So we have the hospital capacity. Obviously, they just can't get there. And is it literally taking one by one, do you reckon, to the hospital? Has to be like one by one, hasn't it? Which is kind of funny. Right, let's get rid of these traffic lights here. It's kind of let the flow a little bit easier to get these in. I don't really care too much about traffic, but yeah, it's interesting, mate. It's interesting right now. And how is the fire? So the fire hazard is really high. It is really, really high right now. Okay, right. Let's try and increase the range a little bit more. Now, can I afford these? Another one of these. They are quite expensive. So that gives me more fire range, but it does mean my hazard's still high. I mean, I could incorporate the fire watchtower right now, which is 9,000 a pop. Can these literally be placed anywhere, or have to be alongside of a road? So if I drop this in the very corner here, well, that changes that range up to there. If I drop this, so let's say I drop that there, and we drop the next one over here. Oh, I don't have enough money. Right, let me drag out a loan. I'll get the big boy loan. There we go. So I'm doing what I need to do to... Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on with the water? Is the water okay right now? Hey, water, are you okay right now? I wonder why there was water splashing over. The water flow for that river is pretty quick. This is the map that comes with the natural disasters like DLC, so, you know, I ain't got nothing to say about this map. Right, drop that there, and if I drop one over in this corner, and that puts a decent range around the whole of this. Now, I don't know whether that increases the fire or anything like that in the city. I don't know, but the hazard is still really high. But we don't really have much stuff burning down. As I say that, there is something there burning down, but it gets put out. It gets put out straight away. So I can't really have complaints on that. How is the policing doing right now? Crime rate is at 20%, so we've got 2 of the other ones. Let's get 2 of these boys. Drop you there. So we've been upping our capacity for helicopters on that front, which should be able to respond to crime a little bit more. It's just the healthcare, really, isn't it? That's like not feeling too good. Yeah, mind the joke. So if I add in, it's 50,000 for these. So if I add in 2 more, so now I've literally quadrupled my original capacity for helicopters. For the sake of then being able to get them to the hospital to and from a lot easier. It's a constant. There's always a helicopter landing now, isn't there? There's always a freaking helicopter landing at this point. But I'm hoping that we can kind of get something sorted there. I'm going to D-zone this and replace it with high density commercial. There we go. This is a buffer zone because they're getting sick from the industry. So at least I know they're just normal sick people. Right, the water's kind of settled again now. And I have no idea why it did all that little jumping then. Are you okay, water? Are you okay right now? But, yeah. Oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty good, boys. So, push this up to there. So expand the roads a bit more. Bam. Bam. There we go. So we need lots of industry. So I'll drop down some dirty industry just here. And then what gets close to any residential or commercial buildings will be offices. And this little section here needs water. Right, there we go. So more zoning buildings coming through, which means slightly expand the city a bit more right now. But it's literally, it all comes down to, are we supporting it? Now, policing looks like it's doing pretty okay. Crime is now 8%. So we're doing something right there. We don't have any criminals detained. We don't really have a jail or anything like that. So can't really do much on that front. But no one's complaining about the policing. Like how no one's complaining about the fire. Now we do have a really, really high hazard, fire hazard. And if I did have the natural disasters DLC, the actual disasters enabled in the city, then that would be a completely different story. There'd probably be fires here, there, and everywhere right now, and I don't know if they'll be able to handle that. But that is a different experiment altogether. This is just literally seeing if those helicopters can support a generic city. Not one that's prone to fires. So that could be a really, really cool experiment for another day. Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything's still red, so not really much I can do about that. Unless we have literally fire engines on the roads. Now, healthcare is a pain. For it to work, you do need to have a hospital. But to have a hospital means that we could potentially have ambulances driving around. Look, oh, hold on. The water's doing that wave again. What's going on with that wave? So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, really. But we're moderate. We haven't dropped into the negative just yet. So I wonder if eventually another one could bring more people to the hospital. Or is we going to be facing like a never-ending cycle of sick patients? I don't know. So maybe we add in another one. Or two. So with that said then, let me take another loan. Let me take all these free loans here. Very expensive, yes, I know. We're going to up our budgets as well. So 10%, 10. So just for the zoning, I'm about to say just for the zoning there, but I'm about to do everything now. So up the taxes to 10%, so we get more money coming in. And we'll drop down now then. So we've got 4 of these already for the healthcare. And I'll squeeze in 1 more over there. So we now have 6 in total. 6 sets of free helicopters. So that's 18 helicopters. Now, it is free, isn't it? Yeah. 18 helicopters can now potentially fly around for healthcare. And try and support the city. So fire, okay. Policing, we're kind of okay. But for the healthcare, it's falling flat. It really is right now falling flat. But we're now below 500 for the first time in a while in terms of sick citizens. And that number looks like it could be potentially decreasing as well. So again, give that some more time. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot of fires over here right now. Oh wait, oh snap, I just realised they actually go to the river, pick up the water, and then drop it off. I didn't even realise they were doing that. Yeah, I might need a few more to tackle fires like this. Because some of these factories are burning down like that. Oh dear. It wasn't quick enough, boys. It wasn't quick enough. But that's kind of cool, though. Come on, you gotta admit that's kind of cool. Right. Okay. Okay. So what are the 6 citizens like right now? So 460. Okay, so it's slowly decreasing. It is slowly decreasing right now. So at least we have that in the bank for us. What is the education levels like? So eligibility and capacity, completely different stories right now. And oh, unemployment. What's unemployment like? 32%. So yeah, we do need a lot more jobs and whatnot. But that's an argument. I mean, I'm not trying to build the city up beautifully. But is the 6 citizens coming down? I don't think it is. And to build another one of those will cost me 50,000. So I can almost afford another one of those. Oh my, I just realized it's 1,200 a week to uphold this. But if I get another one down for the medical, can I start to get that number a little bit lower? I wonder. So drop that there. So that is now 7. That is now 7, boys. So that additional set of helicopters might do their thing. But it's a very expensive method to run it down this way. It is really expensive. But we're now down to 440s. So it is coming down. It is coming down. So I say that is also kind of like a little success. Death care, we've got the capacity for it. Ain't no issues with that. Fire safety. The hazard is 97%. This is dangerous. And police, the crime rate's really low, 9%, so they're doing their job as well. So I don't think really we can complain too much. Apart from having to build like ridiculous amounts of medical helicopters. It's kind of okay. But then again, we are now pushing into the 450s, back down to 440s. Oh, on the way to 430s. Ooh, okay, it definitely is coming down. On the average, it is slowly decreasing. So that's a positive sign for us. So I think then, guys, a city can be sustained by helicopter services only. I mean, it's a little bit tricky. It's very, very expensive. Probably wouldn't recommend it. It probably, you know, it will go very, very well hand in hand with ground vehicles. It's a nice little addition. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So what's it down to now then? Still in the 440s. So I think I just need to gradually just continue adding more and more medical helicopters. But pushing into the 430s as well. Ain't too shabby. I think we're going to end it for here, guys. So it's a fun little experiment. I'm hoping to check out this DLC a little bit more. This is the only one I've never owned. So should be pretty good. If you did enjoy this, guys, please smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good. Bye.